Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Hey, report! Report!
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Lamar off to play fake. Buying some time left. Now here he goes. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
You know, that play is so indicative of what we see in training camps all over football. Pursue, pursue, pursue. Blanketed coverage on the back end. And look at that defense fly. No gain on the play, but it very much feels like a sack for that defense.
Hey, come on.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Go ahead.
Jackson's going to go on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
What's good, Fofo? I ain't got my headset in.
43.
I ain't got my headset in. Hold on.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Working quickly here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Get hot. Hey, report. Report.
Lamar now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
I was so trying to invite you to my screen.
You turned it.
Looking to throw, Jackson.
Oh, wait. I had to get that
Sails over his
one.
target,
Oh.
incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. He does it, touchdown Baltimore!
Had to get it there. Bye, baby.
The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series.
So I got to get in there.
Andrews
Bye.
with the
Let me go
touchdown.
get my headset right.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Damn, man. I can't even get that motherfucker. I can't get it in.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Starting
Let's
from
go
the
on that
5.
thing.
Returns looking good so far. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry,
What's good,
that's going
Ken?
to be more than all
What's up,
right
my
with
boy?
letting him lead the show.
Now talking to somebody on the screen.
From the 34.
Nah, baby.
But a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And that makes it
School done
3rd
called
down.
me out. We gotta play ball.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit
Well, you my
surprising
day
QB
one
still
follower.
going that direction with how well
Give me that,
they-
baby. Let's go. I put that boy there. Let's go.
Rope
Gotta
clock,
know
stick
now.
with the pick.
Gotta know.
First down, ball at the 36.
Hey. Report. Yo.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson.
Damn, that ain't the
Gets
throw
this
I
one to
really want to
Andrews.
make. But I ain't want to
Out of
try.
bounds after a
I ain't
small
want
gain.
to try. I I ain't want to try you.
Similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff headed right to Henry. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
I'm take it to the hell. I mean, sick. Take it to the sick.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment.
I really just started playing this shit. I done had this shit all year. I just started playing.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession.
God, I've been playing college. You got college?
Well inside field goal range. Another run for Henry. And he's dropped.
Oh, that's a first day home.
Yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers
Hey,
you.
home.
You just
That
can't
was
convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the
My
other
baby
side,
in the
it
chat.
gives you
Why
some
me play
confidence
old
defensively
school?
to get off the field.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. Running for it.
Bodies.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. Sit up.
Running once more with Henry.
Come on here. Ain't let that boy stand you up like that.
Minimal gain to the 21. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I saw outside that shit.
On the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's got Andrews. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Push that done light, baby.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff.
Bush that hoe.
Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by.
Yes,
But
sir.
you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed.
Damn, man, why I
Puts
keep
6 on
missing
the
these
board for
field
the
goals,
offense.
bro? What's going on?
And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Cordero Patterson now to return. A nice return,
Woo.
but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Yeah, coach. Let go, coach.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That throw behind his intended target.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Russ now from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's
Boy, I be setting them
intercepted again.
motherfuckers up like,
And the Ravens
oh, I
take
be
over
setting
at the
them boys
34-yard
up.
line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. Shut up.
Now it's Jackson. Taking a big shot for the end zone.
Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Oh, wait!
The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime
Oh,
locker.
wait! Mark
Cruz with
Andrews!
a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they certainly
That
wasted
one
no
with
time.
mouse
Get
that
the turnover
time.
hurt even more.
Damn.
They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
My, this
Kid,
shit
I love
hard
it.
to
It was
all
an
these
ambush
kids.
to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff.
Oh, man, I ain't even got the Ethernet cable plugged in. I'm
Patterson
glad.
now to return it.
He stick, bow!
He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw.
Damn, I should have just stayed on.
One's caught along
This
the left
on me.
sideline.
It's on me.
And they
It's
bring
on
him
me.
down,
Double
but there's a
again.
flag
Double
on the
again.
field.
Double again. Oh, yes,
You
sir.
don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Russ setting to throw.
Pick. What the fuck, man?
Washington.
My leg
And
right
they
there,
finally
man.
bring
What the
him
fuck?
down,
That
but
shit
is a
supposed to
big
be in
gain,
a
and set
crib.
it down. They get 38
You got
out of the
blessed,
play.
there, boy. You got
They'll
blessed.
bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Now here's Russ. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throw complete to Warren.
Damn, I'm skipping like a
Right
motherfucker.
there, looks like about 6. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Once more, it's Wilson. Complete
Good
beyond the
play.
marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
5-star rate was good, bro.
Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Harris
Good play.
is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers chop some of the lead off before the half. Najee Harris, the touchdown.
I ain't that lad hold me out that fucking one, boy.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Middle, middle.
First down, here's Lamar. Finding Flowers. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now.
Hey, hey. No, we changed it. Thirteen. Shut up!
From the 37. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers will start with
That shit lag like a motherfucker
to
then.
end the quarter. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
He's back to throw. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
A final throw before the break. On the move, headed right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A third down run with Harris. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with
Boy, you taking
down.
some risks.
This one should be on the defense.
Ooh, taking some risks.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it after the penalty. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Now Wilson on 3rd and long.
Yes, sir. That's why I put him right there for.
And the Ravens get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now.
Inside that boy, that flag. You even keep buddy me up over there.
3 interceptions in just this game. And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Motion man sent left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
2nd and 8. That one's complete.
Oh, what you call a laser, boy? Put that bitch on the road. That's anticipation right there. You can't even count. That's it, anticipation.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Fan base again, fan base. I'm a Raven fan. I got on their head right now.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Jackson.
Ooh, good
Just got it
defense.
away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 31-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored. And that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
Almost was another one.
Fryermuth there to bring it in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's
Shit,
still a target.
better go goddamn look.
Better
go look.
Don't like forcing into coverage, but
I'm
sometimes
finna give you
when
another
you got a
one.
bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That was finna be one. Cause I seen where you were trying to go with.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tight end. They changed.
Wilson on 3rd down. Gets this one to Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down.
Oh, I ran right by it. I ran right by that motherfucker.
And he flips the
Good
field
shit,
for
good
that
pass.
before being taken
I
down.
ran right by that motherfucker.
You know,
Right
Kid, we
there,
often
boy.
talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pick.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it.
No, I get another
And
one.
the
Hey,
Ravens
Wiggins,
have it,
baby.
forcing his 4th INT of the day. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. Until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the
Moused his ass. Moused his ass.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Good fucking defense.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. He's going deep. Averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, it really ain't matter who you put back though, man. I'm alert king, man. You know this. Acting like you don't know who you playing, buddy. Don't do me like that now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw.
That was finna be one, too.
It's incomplete. Trying to set the screen there.
That was finna be a peak. Who you were going to? The tight end.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned
you might want to start running that. I got somebody manned up on his ass.
And hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. Bouncing football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down. Russ now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Options are open here.
It's that peak defense right here. I'm not getting this shit. I get a peak.
From the 43. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. Looking to throw it.
Take that.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
That boy sitting in the house, goddamn.
10 seconds left. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Jackson. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Hey, middle.
Lamar off to play fake. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Good shit. Lamar gonna hawk him.
And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.